Traders, welcome back to this video. It is another day to do our top down analysis. So in today's video I have some few updates for you guys. So yesterday we had analyzed GBPUSD on the other channel, and this was the setup. I had told you guys that I'm waiting for a pullback into this area, this fair value gap, and then we drop GBPUSD to the downside. So price tapped into that area, which was the point of interest here, fair value gap. Price tapped into that area, and then we have this drop to the downside. And currently, I'm still waiting for price to be dropping down. And if price wants to have a pullback, I will be waiting for price to come into this area here. We have this zone, we have this order block here. So I'll be waiting for price to come into this area, and then I look to take my trades to the downside. So if you are trying to trade GBPUSD, kindly make sure you be very keen and try to take your trades around from that area to the downside. So we must also spot some liquidity. Let's say maybe price takes out this high here and taps into this area before we take our sales to the downside. So on GBPUSD, I still think price will be dropping to the downside, or price might take this order block as a liquidity and then still continue pushing to the downside. So on GBPUSD, I anticipate that price will be dropping. So because price tapped into the daily fair value gap that we marked, not the daily fair value gap, the 4 hour time frame fair value gap. So this was the area here. We remember price left behind this fair value gap, and then we had this point of interest in the 1 hour time frame. So most of the time, if you don't know on how to look for your buyers or your trades, always try to mark your fair value gaps and then use those fair value gaps as your points of interest, because price is always attracted to these areas. For example, this fair value gap here, price was attracted to this fair value gap, came up to fill that fair value gap, and immediately it filled that fair value gap. The price never closed above that fair value gap, meaning the price was respecting that fair value gap. So price always tries to look for these areas, filling in these fair value gaps, and then we have a move to the downside. So you can see here, price filled this fair value gap, we have a drop, and then we marked this fair value gap yesterday. Price came into that fair value gap, filled that fair value gap, and then we have a drop to the downside. And currently, right now, the point of interest I'm interested in is this 1 hour order block. I want to see price tapping into that area, and then we look for a drop to the downside. So on GBPUSD, my view is that price comes into this area. We look to sell from that area. Stop loss, let's say maybe above this area here, and then we target this low or this external liquidity. So as simple as that, that is my GBP breakdown. I expect more sales to the downside. If this area is violated and then we see some more buys to the upside, it means that price is going to target this external liquidity above here, and it means that price respected this order block down here to have a buy momentum to the upside. But generally, I expect GBPUSD to be dropping to the downside after sweeping this liquidity. Remember, we have this range. After price broke this low, we had this pullback, and then we had a ranging market around this area. Later on, the price came up, filled this fair value gap, and then we expect a new break of structure to the downside. So that is why I'm looking to sell to the downside, and I think you guys also should be looking to sell on GBP USD. So that is my view on GBP USD. I also have BTC USD. I have BTC USD. So on BTC USD, if I come into the daily time frame, on BTC USD in the daily time frame, we are currently bullish. Depending on this move here, I'm currently focusing on what is happening uh, currently on the daily time frame here. So we had this order block with a fair value gap. Price has come into that fair value into that order block. This is the order block here. So price formed that order block with a fair value gap, and later on, price has already come into this area, and we expect buys to the upside, and we'll be targeting this external liquidity. So if I drop into the 4-hour time frame, let us break it down into the 4-hour time frame. So if I come to the 4-hour time frame, we have that as our daily order block, and then we have this high as our external liquidity. So that is our external liquidity, and that is where we'll be targeting if we get a trade to the upside. So generally, we are very bullish to the upside. You can see the buys to the upside. So you will be looking to buy BTC USD to the upside. So on BTC, to refine my order block, we have this 4-hour order block here. So price came into this extreme order block, the 4-hour order block, tapped into that 4-hour order block, and then we have this buy to the upside. So right now, if I drop into the 1-hour time frame, this is the last lower high that was formed, and price has currently price has taken out this high, and that means we have our change of character to the upside. So it means we are supposed to look for those buys because price has broke that high. And then we also had when price came into this point of interest, price reacted a little bit to tell some traders that the price is ready to sell to the downside. And then later on, you can see price has already taken out that high. It means this high was a strong high, and once price breaks it, we have a change of character. So right now, I'm waiting for price to close above this area, and we confirm it as our change of character. And if I want to take my trade, I'll be waiting for a 50% pullback, and then we take our buys to the upside on BTC USD. So if price makes this as the higher high, it means that we are supposed to be looking for our buys around at this 50% level. And in this 50% level, we have a very good point of interest in the 1-hour time frame. We have this order block in the 1-hour time frame, and I think that will be my point of interest. Once price closes above this area, we look for a pullback into this area, and then we take our buys, placing our stop loss below this low, and then we target this external liquidity. So my point of interest will be there, and then stop loss below this low here, just below that low, and then we'll be targeting this external liquidity. So that is my setup on BTC USD. That is my setup, and also we have this fair value gap, this gap here in the 4-hour time frame. So make sure you look for your buys around inside this fair value gap here, and then you target this external liquidity. So that is my view on BTC USD. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Let me know. So I also have another pair. I also have NAS 100. So on NAS 100, as per our last analysis, I told you guys that we expect a pullback, and this was our range from this low to this high. And we are still very bullish on NAS 100, and I expect you guys to be looking for those buys. So the price came into this daily order block. We have a very good order block that price left behind last week. So this was the order block here. This was the order block, and price had left also a very good fair value gap. So I expected price to drop inside into this order block, and then we look to buy and target the external liquidity. So because we are looking for buys, if I drop into the 4-hour time frame, we didn't have a very good point of interest, but I think price came into this zone here. We have this order block, the 4-hour order block, tapped into that area, and then we have the reaction to the upside. Generally, price tapped into the daily order block, and we are supposed to be looking for buys. So if I drop into the 30 minutes time frame, we can see that price swept these lows liquidity and broke this high to the upside. And currently, right now, if I'm willing to look for my buys, if I want to look for my buys to the upside, I will want to see price dropping down, fill this fair value gap here, and tap into this order block. And then I'll be looking to take my buys from this zone to the upside. So if you did your analysis on NAS 100 and if you want to take your buys from that area, I think that will be the best area for you to take your buys from. And you will be targeting this high as your first take profit. And then this extreme external liquidity will be your second take profit. So I think if price wants to come down and tap into this area, that is where we'll be looking for buys to the upside. And I think this is the best analysis for today. And if price comes into this area, I expect you guys to be looking for those buys to the upside. So that is my view on NAS 100. Let me know what you think in the comment section so that once price comes into this area, we look forward to take this trade, and I hope it comes into this area, and then we have a very good setup on NAS 100. So I also have gold XAUUSD. So on gold, we have a huge drop to the downside, and from our last analysis yesterday, I thought price will be coming to fill this fair value gap, but eventually price will come back to fill these fair value gaps. But price seems to be having more selling momentum to the downside than having these pullbacks. So, but eventually we will still wait for price to come into these gaps to fill the fair value gaps, and then we look for more sales to the downside because uh, XAUUSD reacted from the daily fair value gap. So what I mean is that price will always find that opportunity to come into these fair value gaps and fill the fair value gaps before moving to the downside. So in this case here, you can see that price pulled back into this extreme fair value gap. We had this first fair value gap, price tapped into that fair value gap, reacted a little bit, and because we had the extreme fair value gap up here, price still pushed up into this fair value gap, and then once price fail this fair value gap, we have a reaction to the downside. So the reason why gold has been selling to the downside is because of mitigating this fair value gap. So it means right now that price is dropping this massively because it took out these orders that were in this fair value gap, and we expect more sales to the downside. So currently in the 4-hour time frame, we had our structural low being taken out. This was our low that price took out, forming a change of character to the downside. And to have more confirmation, we need to see price breaking this low as well. And that will confirm to us that price is willing to go even lower. And if price wants to come back and fill this fair value gap, because eventually price will come back to this fair value gap, and that is my point of interest. I want to see price coming back into these areas, and then I look to sell to the downside. So on gold, I'm still waiting. And if you have been having opportunities on gold, kindly let us know on how you have been getting those selling opportunities. Because as for me this week, from Monday, I've not gotten any setup on gold because gold has been moving to the downside without a very good structure to have an entry. But I still expect more sales to the downside. So let us wait patiently to see if price will pull back into this area, and then we look to sell to the downside. So on gold, my view is that price pulls back into this area, and then we look for our sales from that area to the downside. So price might also look to come into this extreme order block. We also have this order block here. We also have this point of interest here, and that can be a very good point of interest if you want to take your sales to the downside. So also we have some points of interest above here. We also have this gap, and then we also have this order block here. But currently right now, let us focus on the points of interest that are near where the price is. So these are my points of interest. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be expecting gold to come either into this fair value gap or into this 4-hour order block, and then we look to trade from that area. We look to take ourselves from that point, then we have a target to the downside. So on gold, that is my view. We are currently looking for selling opportunities, and I think price is going to give us those selling opportunities to the downside. So that is my view on gold, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video. That is my last pair. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss on any analysis that I give you guys.